I'm trying not to make the same mistake my father did. Like I guess he fell in love with the money.
Anybody can say we must stop the killing. We know this.
Gunshot.
Wow, you hit.
Yeah, he hit. He hit.
The only people that's gonna fix these streets are the ones that messed it up.
In the summer of 2019, St. Louis set a record number of 13 children shot and killed in the city. It moved one team of filmmakers to action, and for the next 3 years, they documented the inspirational push towards violence prevention in our city. And this week, their hard work is making its official debut. Catching Bullets premieres on streaming services this week, and joining us in studio for a behind-the-scenes look is director Ben Shawley and Precious Jones, whose son is one of the film's primary subjects. Thank you guys so much for being here. Just the trailer itself gave me goosebumps. So I'm really excited to see it. So Ben, we're going to start with you. So could you give us a quick synopsis of the film and just the powerful message behind it all?
Sure. So as you mentioned, in 2019, I think the city really hit a crisis point, and then in 2020, we had a new record number of homicides, and our rate was sky high. And so I think we're really interested in trying to understand the story a little bit more deeply than I think a lot of people get from just watching, like the 90-second news story. And we wanted to really help an audience think more deeply about what's happening in the city, and especially to like put a human face on something that I think a lot of times is like an abstract and remote problem for a lot of people.
Yeah, definitely. And Precious, we know this. You and I have become good friends, unfortunately, because of what you've been through, and you've fought for violence prevention for years with your organizations, breaking generational poverty. How does it feel for your mission to get such a big boost in exposure on this?
This film is very emotional for me. I didn't think I was gonna cry, but it's very emotional because everything we do at breaking generational poverty is centered around the help that I didn't have for Preston. So just to see it, I wish that he was here to be a part of it and not the aftermath. So it's really emotional, and I just hope that we continue to save other people's children and that parents speak up. I spoke up, I looked for help, and it just wasn't available. So I'm hoping that my mission will help others to speak up and know that now that there's more resources, people are starting to work together, but it's still a lot of people that work in silos, and that is very crucial to our community because I see so many organizations and I'm like, where was these organizations? Why didn't I know about this when I was looking for help for my son? But it's because so many people are afraid to promote other people's missions. And it's okay to promote other people's missions because you can possibly save someone else's life, someone else's child's life. Promote other people, help. If we work together, we can save a lot more children. But if we continue to work in silos, people don't know that these organizations exist.
And you've taken from losing your son, Preston, from gun violence, and you've taken it into helping the community. Mm-hmm. And I've told you this every time we talk. He would be so proud. I know he would be so proud of you. So what was it like for you to have him and his struggles and his story featured in this film?
At first, when he was filming, it was more just like we hopefully will get to the place of you changing, you being around, and hopefully you'll be mentoring and just doing different things. But it was just different. It didn't happen the way that I wanted it to happen, and I don't want to tell too much of the film. Mm-hmm. So it was just different. But looking at it now, it gets me really emotional, but it makes me go even harder because I don't want our story to be somebody else's ending too. I just don't want our story to be anyone else's ending. So, yeah.
And Ben, you kind of spoke about it before. It's really easy to become numb to gun violence, especially people who watch the news and even those of us that cover the news. So how does your film work to really break through that emotional barricade that I think a lot of people in St. Louis at this point kind of feel?
I think the most important thing that a film can do is act as kind of an empathy machine. I think that if you connect with people on the screen and you feel like you get to know them, then you're feeling the problem rather than just hearing about the problem. And I think, you know, as much as you always want a film to have a happy ending, unfortunately with the documentary you don't get to script it, but I think that it's a powerful story, and I think that that's really important because it is going to make people really feel something and hopefully like have conversations and hopefully be moved to act after they see it.
Well, and you know what? Real life doesn't have a happy ending a lot of times. So I think y'all are just really taking something that this city has dealt with for so long and putting a face to it. People like Precious, there are so many moms like Precious out there who don't have their babies anymore because of what our city struggles with this. So thank you so much for putting faces and putting this out there. So for people at home, where can they watch it this week? I know there's a premiere and then streaming, so tell us all the details.
Yeah, we'll be showing the film on Thursday night at 24/1 Cinema, and they can find information about that at catchingbullets.com. And on Friday, it's going to be released on streaming services. The easiest places to find it will probably be Amazon and Tubi.
Perfect. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for what you're doing. And Precious, you know I love you. I'm very sad we had to meet through your son's loss, but I'm also grateful for you because watching the way you've taken this heartbreak and turned it into something better for the community is truly inspirational. And I'm sorry, I feel like I'm always the one that makes you cry every time. But you're the best, Precious, and we love you and we're grateful. And thank you, Ben, for all the work you're doing. We're really excited to be able to watch this.
Thank you.